Now I am going to show you other string functions that I already listed in the second page, and here I am going to show you this is count chars. So I am going to copy this one. It actually returns any information about characters used in a string. That means what? I am going here, and now here I am going to show the count chars. For example, I am going to give a string, so str equal to, here I am going to give Bangladesh is a nice country, right? So here I am going to show count chars of str, and here if I put my mouse here, if there is showing anything, it actually not showing me anything count chars, but no problem, I can search it in here PHP string functions, that is count chars, chars. Okay, so I am going to open the example of this, how it works, then you will understand. The first character, the first parameter I used here is a string, this string. There is another parameter, there is a second parameter here. The second parameter is actually the mode, see the return values. If you want to show here, if you go here, if I put it the value 3 as a second parameter, what it will do, a string containing all unique characters is written. That means how many unique characters has been used in this string, it will show us. So let's give us the value 3. Now I am going to run the code. You will see that count chars, the spelling mistake actually, chars. Now it is showing. Okay, now I am going to refresh it. You will see that how many characters, I did not put any echo, so I put echo here, then it will return the value. I am just going to refresh. You see that these are the characters that has been used once. That means the unique characters used in a string is showing. If you go to check that, here a is how many times, 1 2 3, so total 3 times a is used here. But if I go to output, you see that only one a is here, no other a is here, right? That means only unique characters are showing here, each character on time. So in this way you can use the count chars, this function. Now I am going to show another one, the next one. Here you see that printf writes a formatted string to a variable. So I am going to use the printf. If you use the if you are already expert in C programming, you have seen that there was actually a scanf, printf, etc. Functions. So if you did not, if you are not expert in C programming, that is not a problem at all. If you do not know the C programming, no problem. Just I am going to explain it here, so you will understand. Here, for example, I give a variable that is name, and I am putting my name Murshidul Arif in here. And for example, my age is, for example, 30. Here in the printf, I am going to give something like this. This user here, this user's name is, here I am going to concat the function, but here what I will do, I will give a percentage, and his age is here %d. %s means for string we use the percentage, for integer type we use %d, and for double we use something like that. I am going to give here as a second parameter, what is actually percentage. This will be replaced by the name, so I will give first parameter here in this sequence. So from the left side I will check where there is %, here is %, this is s. So after this I will just put the variable what will be replaced here, and second one is %d, and actually %d has no value, so I will have to give here a variable that is s. So here as a second one I will put s. So if there are many others, you will just follow the sequence and give the variable names here. Now if I want to echo this, what you will see, I am going to refresh, and you see that this user's name is Murshidul Arifin and his age is 30. So the percentage and %d are replaced by the string and by the integer type, that means by the name and age variable. I hope you have understood. This is very easy. If you want to know about it more, you can search Google or see the documentation and you can learn more about this. There is another one, that is Str Repeat. Str Repeat means I want to repeat a string multiple times. For example, I give here a string name, that is Bangladesh. For example, I put a BR here in order to understand, or here an space I can give here, and here I will give the string name, and second parameter will be how many times I want to repeat. For example, I want to show the Bangladesh 5 times. Just echo Str Repeat. This one, you will see that Bangladesh has been come here 5 times. So what loops does, it is going to work same like loops. Okay, so here I am going to give more values, for example total 20 times, and I am going to refresh. You see that total 20 times the value of Bangladesh comes here. So this is actually the basic working system of the Str Repeat function. Another one here I listed is Str What Count. It actually count words in a string. So I am going to use this. So here, in order to check, I am going to put a variable str equal to a string, long string. For example, Bangladesh is a very nice country. I am going to repeat this one multiple times, for example. So I have a big paragraph with a long text that I assign into a str variable. I want to show how many words have been used here. So here just use the Str What Count and give the parameter str and echo that. Now it will tell you the number of words. 66 words have been shown here. So in the total paragraph there are total 66 words. It is showing me that. So I hope you have understood how I have worked with that. The next one is Str Rev, that means reverse a string. So what I am going to do here, I am going to reverse a string. For example, here str equal to Bangladesh, for example, and if I put here the str as parameter and want to show it, str reverse will read the string from the last. That means like this. So you see that the Bangladesh text has been started from the last and to the first. So the string is reversed. After that, there is a Str Pause, search for a text within a string. Very important function here. So I am going to explain that. That is Str Pause. So for example, I am going to show you something here. Let's go to check. There is a string. For example, my first string, or here I can do another thing, that is there are two parameters here. Okay, and echo. Okay, so for example, Bangladesh is my country. In this string I want to search the word country, so it will tell you the location. That means the country, where the country is actually in this string, where it is here. That means in here, if you start to search from the index 0, B is in the index 0, A is in the index 1, N is in the index 2, in this way 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So country starts from the word, from the location, that means in the index 17 it is found. So that will actually returned here. You see that 17, right? So it is working. So country is found here in the position 17th index. So this is actually the work of the Str Pause. And here I have shown another one, that is strip tags. It is actually to strip HTML and PHP tags into a string. For example, in order to give the security of a input, we use that. For example, I give a string here, and some hacker or bad people want to give some codes here like this, script, and then for example I run the script and an alert function here, that is alert 1 or something like, okay, 1 is okay. Now I want to show that. So if someone do this, what happens? If I now want to run that here, you will see that a pop-up comes and here shown that it is showing. That means strip tag is running here, but it is actually not a good thing that I will give the user who is going to give an input using a form, and he just put this as a text and that will run in my script. That is actually a bad thing. So if I will do something so that this script does not run in my web page, because now it is running in my web page. If you refresh, you see that a pop-up is coming. That means the alert is working. I will stop this. How I can stop this? I will just use here a function that is strip tags. If I use the strip tags, what will be in the output? If I refresh, you see that only alert 1 is in the output, but there is no pop-up. That means the JavaScript alert is not working here. It just removed all the tags from here that I tried to inject using here. So in this way I can secure my code. So this is in short about all the string functions that I normally use in my codes, but here is another string function reference that I already have shown that list here. A lot of functions are here. If you have time, you can just go with those and test which one is needed for you to complete your project, or you can just practice from here.